Pete Worthington, Captain Pete Worthington, and I've been a fisherman down here in Marathon for, I guess, 44 years as a commercial fisherman. Started in 1975, got out of high school at Marathon High, and went out and bought a fishing business from a guy in Key Largo that was retiring, and been down here doing it ever since. Well, there's a lot more traps down here. Seems like the areas that there's decent lobster is very congested, and the areas that there's not so decent lobsters, there's not hardly any traps there, which puts the pressure on the good areas. And there's a lot more people in the industry. I don't know how many licenses I've seen. I've seen a boat that just got into it recently, and his license number is like 16,400, which means that there's 16,400 people that had a license before he did. So it's back in the old days, all the old-time fishermen that have been doing it for a while all have license numbers that are like below 1,500. I got out of stone crabbing about 11, 12 years ago, retired from it, sold all my traps, all my certificates, and a friend of mine in Key West ended up literally giving me 150 of his crab certificates because he didn't want them. And I got some lobster certificates from him also. He was retired and was basically didn't want to do anything with them, so I ended up with 150 crab traps, which is what we're pulling right now and bringing them in. But I pretty much got out of stone crabbing, like I say, back after the real estate bubble and all that, where 30, 40 years ago, you didn't have all this legislation and fees and trap tags and limited entry. You could come down here and basically put 500 traps in the water, 1,000 traps in the water. You can't do that anymore. It's all limited, very highly regulated, and it's a totally different world than it was 30, 40 years ago when I got into it. You eat good, you always got some lobsters to take home for the family, and have friends come down from up north, and it's lobsters and stone crab, and occasionally you get a nice grouper or a mutton snapper or a nice hogfish and take home and eat them for dinner with your family. It's pretty much what I've been doing for the last 44 years of being in this business. You never get rich, but you sure have a good living.